Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing fine. I cannot complain. So who am I sitting here with today?
Lonnie Basham. I'm the owner of Red Hill Cutlery.
All right. And what got you into knives?
Well, we've been in the hardware business for 60 some years, and I started buying them when I was probably 17, 18 years old, buying knives through the hardware company. And we decided we're going to get into some. When Josh got out of school, we said we're gonna open up a knife store. So that's what we done. We opened up, went over in the lumber yard, and then it grew so much that we built this new building out here. So
What year was that you
Well,
opened the first knife?
2004 when we opened up the first one.
2004.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And so when did y'all decide to put up the world's largest pocket knife out front?
When we started this building, my other son, Jason, he wanted, he said, Dad, what if we do the world's largest pocket knife? I said, hey, if you can come up with the money to buy it, to build it, we'll do it.
Right.
And he come up with most of the funds. I had to put in quite a bit of it, but it was about a $40,000 project to getting it done. But we got it through the Guinness Book of World Records, and it was a pretty neat thing. It draws a lot of tourists in,
Yeah, I
taking
noticed
pictures with
that.
us.
Last time I was up here, that's what I was telling Josh. Last time I was up here, people were parking and just jumping out and taking pictures with it. It's
Yeah, I
wild
come
how it
by
draws
on
people.
yeah, I come by on Sundays. A lot of time, people's taking pictures, and I'll stop and say, "Hey, you want me to take a picture of your whole family?" And say, "Oh yeah," so I'll take their picture. But
Gotcha. So one feature is the knife museum here, though. A lot of people, I've heard people say they didn't even realize it was back there. So what started, like, how long has the knife museum been there, and what led to you putting the stuff that you have in there? Because there's a lot of timeless pieces in there.
that is a lot of that's my collection. I've collected for, gosh, I guess 50 years. I've been collecting 50 some years, and I told my wife, and you know what? I'm not going to keep this stuff in the basement in boxes. I'm going to get it out where everybody can see it, and that's why we started the museum. Then I bought. Case had a used to be a salesman. John Osborne was his name. That was a Case salesman for years, and he passed away. And his daughter sold all of his collection that he had. And he had some really neat stuff. And I wound up going to the sales office in Knoxville, and they called me, wondering if I'd be interested in some of it. And I wound up buying his whole collection, and a lot of that's in the museum. A lot of
Nice,
his stuff. We had a lot of neat stuff from the 70s and 60s.
nice. So my last question, and this is going to be a tough one. Do you remember what your first knife you ever put hands on was?
My first one was probably a little Stockman Delrin handle, because I was in Gatlinburg in one of the little knife shops down there in Gatlinburg, I remember, and I saw a stag one and I saw a Delrin. I said, well, this is the same knife. Why is the stag one so much higher than the Delrin? So I wound up buying the Delrin. I wish I'd bought the stag one now. But at that time, I didn't know the difference. But they looked the same. So it was a Delrin brown handle, little Stockman, tiny Stockman.
Gotcha. And do you have a favorite knife?
No, I like stag knives, but I don't have really a favorite.
Gotcha. That's all I got for you today.
All right.
Thanks
Well,
for having us.
thank you.
Appreciate it.